Good morning, my dear student. Today in this class, I want to discuss about the IUPAC UPAC nomenclature of organic molecule. So today we'll gather some information about how the naming of the molecule organic molecule can be done. So that is the rules by which the naming of the organic molecule is done. Again, student, you know that I am Dr. Biswajit Gayan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Dr. Sudhit Chandrasoor, Institute of Technology and Sports Complex. So this is very well known. Okay, so here the IUPAC nomenclature is the standard nomenclature. That is, if you follow some rule that is given by IUPAC and you give the name of a particular compound, then internationally it will be followed. It will be followed up. But if there is no such international standard organization, then if for me, if I synthesize a new compound, organic compound, I will give the name according to me, or someone from America, they will give another name. So suppose a single compound may have 2 3 name in the depending on the countryside. So to remove this controversy, there will be a, or it is existed internationally, that is IUPAC, this organization that maintain lots of thing, that is standardization of the lots of thing of chemistry. So now I want to enter into the details of the nomenclature. So here IUPAC. So IUPAC is basically a system of naming compound in chemistry. It is stand for I for international, yes, U for union, P for pure, A for applied, and C for chemistry. So full form of the IUPAC is that International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It is maintained all over the world. Now, before going to the details of the nomenclature, or actually the way of the nomenclature, first I want to say my name. That is, my name is Dr. Biswajit hyphen Kayan. So here, doctor, or if someone is a mister, so this is doctor or mister is the prefix for their naming. Now, word root, that is the basic name, is the Biswajit. Now, suppose Biswajit Kumar, Biswajit Chandra, or other than lots of things, Prasad, etc. So, indeed, in that case, primary suffix is sometime incorporated, but for me it is none. Then secondary suffix, that is Gayan. So here in my name, 3 word, that is Dr. Biswajit Gayan. So now similarly, in case of a naming of a organic compound, we use this type of the thinking, and systematically it will be ruled out and give the naming. So suppose this is the CH3 CH, there will be a substituted CH3, then double bond, then CH2OH. So this is basically a alcoholic compound. So now its UPeng nomenclature will be like this, that is 3-methyl bute. It is not but it will be bute. Student pronounce it as bute. So 3-methyl, so 3-methyl or methyl is the prefix like doctor, then root name or root name you can say, that is bute. Basically this is the longest chain in the molecule, bute. Then 2, in is the represented the information about the double bond. Now 1, all is basically the secondary suffix. So similarly to the naming of a person, the organic molecule is also have the way to give naming, and it is maintained by IPAC rule. So let's introduce with some basic thing, that is the word root number, that is the chain number. So in this it is the name corresponding to the number of carbon atom in the longest chain. So first we have to find out the longest chain of the carbon, then the name of the molecule will be depend on that longest chain. So if it is carbon number 1, then it will be meth. If it is 2, then it will be eth. 3 prop, 4 bute, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hept, and so on. So let us come with the primary suffix. So primary suffix indicate the nature of the carbon atom chain selected. So it will be depend basically about the nature of the compound. So I have already told you that there will be two type of the hydrocarbon. One is the saturated and another is the unsaturated. So if the single bond present in a particular molecule or in a hydrocarbon, then the primary suffix will be ane, n, and it is called alkane. And if the double bond is present, then it will be in. So in that case it will be alkene. Now in presence of the triple bond, it will be like alkyne. So again, sometimes some numerical prefix di, tri, tetra, etc. is given depending on the compounds. I will discuss with some taking example. Now if both, for a particular case, if both double bond and triple bond are present, this is a particular case, an exceptional case. So if in a particular long chain double bond and triple bond are present, then the numbering followed in this fashion, that the least carbon number or the numbering of the carbon will be starting from the side of the double bond. So here if you start the carbon numbering, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will, the root name will be hex. Now in the position 1 there will be a double bond, but ultimately the naming will be ended with the ine or yne. So basically, so the name of the compound will be hex 1 in, here smashing of e, so in Then at the position of the 5 there is a triple bond, so it is 5 ine. So both ene and ine are present in this molecule. So now for the secondary suffix, there will be lots of group, like mainly the functional group, like carboxylic acid, ester, and other lots of things. Before going to these details, that is about the naming of the alcohol, cyanide, and other thing, I want to introduce with some other thing. That is some preliminary thing. So, student, before going to give a name of a particular compound, you have go through this following rule. So first you have to determine the longest continuous chain. So if you look this compound, so here the longest chain is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it is hex, that is 6 carbon atom. So this is the longest chain. And the position of the substitution, so I want to say that is from where the numbering will be start. So if any substitution present in the chain, then the position of the substitution will be minimum. So that means here the two example, that is both all are 5 carbon, but here a chloro group is present. Now one can start the numbering is like this in the left hand side, 1 2 3 4 5. So now here the halo group present in the position 4, but if someone start the numbering from according to the right hand side, 1 2 3 4 5, then halo group present in the position 2. So here the position 2 is the minimum. So that's why this is the correct numbering, because if your substitution will be take position in the lowest carbon number, or at least it will be lowest. So if you fix this, then all the scientists will give the same name or the single name. Otherwise, if you not fix this rule, then someone write according to the naming of left hand side and someone will be according to the right hand side. So their position will be defined. Lowest shape of locant rule. So here, when two or more substituents are present, if the two substituents are present in a compound, then the summation of the two position will be minimum. Suppose one is present at the position 2 and another is present on the position 5, so it will be 7. But if someone start that from the other hand side, and if it is seen that the position is 2 and at 6, then it will be 8. So the first option will be get priority and the numbering will be like that, and it is applicable for the all thing. Now consider an example. Here CO2H single bond, CH double bond CH, and CH2 Cl. So one can start numbering in the following way, that is it will be starting from the carboxylic acid as 1, then 2 3 4 5, and someone can also writing taking the carbon attached to the chlorine is 1. So now which one is the right? So to know about this, this this serial and the functional group will be required. Because if you follow this table, that first the rank of the carboxylic acid is first, then sulfonic acid, then ester, then cyanide, then aldehyde, then keto, then OH, then SH, etc. So if in your compound a carboxylic acid group and OH group are present, so you have to start the numbering where the carboxylic acid group is present, because its priority is higher. So if I go to the particular problem, that is here, so the first one is the right numbering, so because it is starting from the carboxylic acid group. So now the naming of the compound will be like this. I am not going to the confusion, but here I want to give you idea about the direct naming of the compound. So if you take this example, so it will be start from carboxylic acid 1, and this is the main functional group. So the name of this compound will be ended with this thing. So now, as in the position 5 there is a chloro group, so it will be first, because 5 chloro, then there in the longest chain there will be 5 carbon atom, so it will be pent. Then in the position 2 there is a double bond, so it will be in. And then at position 1 there is a carboxylic acid group, so here it will be termed as weak acid. So the naming of this compound will be 5 chloro pent 2 in 1 weak acid. So this is the IUPAC name of this compound. So now what if different substituent present in the equivalent position? So here if you start from the left hand or right hand side, you will get two substituent at position 2 and 3. So now the right position will be where the largest substituent are present with the least carbon number. So here so in this case you can use another concept, that here if you look into this two substituent, one is methyl, another is ethyl. So ethyl start with E and methyl start with M. So ethyl, according to the alphabetic order, ethyl will be get first priority, so it will be named as like this: 3 ethyl and 4 methyl hexane. So these are the thing. And here are the functional group, that is main functional group, written as a suffix, and the substituent are written as a prefix. So these are the priority, or considered the main group in the compound in the following order. Carboxylic acid, I have already told you by saying a table: carboxylic acid, sulfonic acid, anhydride acid, etc. So if it is any group is present as a main, then it will be named as a suffix, and if it is a lower priority, then it will be fixed as a prefix. So here if you consider that, if you consider suppose any lower group, that is OH, so if it is lower priority, suppose if the compound there is carboxylic acid and OH, then the carboxylic acid will be first priority, so it will be as a suffix, but the OH will come as a prefix. So when OH come as a prefix or considered as a prefix, then it is called hydroxy or termed as a hydroxy. And carboxylic acid term as when it is considered as a suffix, then it is considered as the weak acid. But if the OH is considered as a suffix, then it will be all, that is methanol, propanol, etc. In case of the acid, it is methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, etc. So we'll go details. So now if we go to the real problem, so if you start naming by taking a particular group or particular class of the hydrocarbon for saturated hydrocarbon, and its general formula will be CnH2n plus 2. So in that case, this organic compound which contain only one carbon-carbon single bond, so there is only single bond, and you can IUPAC name is like that, alkane, Alkalkane. So it is alk is the root name, and Ane is the suffix, or the actually it is denoted the group of the compound. So if you consider the CH4, then it will be the one carbon, so it will be meth, and then it will be added with Ane. So ultimately the name will be methane. Now CH3, so 2 carbon, so it will be eth plus Ane, so it will be ethane. Then it will be propane, butane, pentane, hexane, etc. So this sometimes is called there will be the difference between the one compound of the preceding compound is just the difference is the CH2 group. So this type of the group or this type of the series is called homologous series, and for homologous series the nature of the compound more or less same, and their synthetic procedure will be more or less same. So now if you go to the next example, that is general formula CN and 2n plus 1, and in that case it will be basically not the compound but some radical or allyl group. So if it is the CH3, then it will be methyl. If it is the CH3 CH2, then it will be ethyl. So here are the lots of group and their alkyl name. So propyl, isopropyl, butyl, etc. So for unsaturated compound where the double bond and triple bond are present, if the double bond are present, then it is called alkenes. So alk is coming from the root name, and enes, E-N-E, is coming from suffix. That is it represents a group. That is, it means in means there will be presence of the double bond. So if you take ethene or basically CH2 and CH2, so then the 2 carbon and so eth plus in, so it will be ethene. So here again it will be started like a homologous series, that is ethene, propylene, one butene, etc. Sorry, here the some name are wrong. Here it will be ethene. These are the common name, but actually if you take the IUPAC nomenclature, for first thing it will be ethene, for second thing it will be propene, for second one it will be one butene, then one pentene, etc. So this will be like this, similar to the above series. For similar thing, if it is a three member ring is present, so in that case it will be ended with ine. So here the first compound name will be ethine, then propine, then 1-butene, so etc. And acetylene, propine, sorry, acetylene is the common name. It is not the UPAC nomenclature. So now alkyl halide, so a typical group complex. So if the halo group is present with the carbon chain, then it will be called alkyl halide. So in that case the naming will be very simple, that is called haloalkane. So UPAC nomenclature will be for CH3Cl chloromethane, for CH2 CH3 CH2 it will be chloroethane. So very simple thing. If it is the iodo and chloro and bromo, then it is termed as iodo chloro bromo. And if there is a number of the group halo group are present, then the numbering, or basically it will be come as a alphabetic order. So in case of this 3 or 4 group, chloro will become first because it is started with C. Now I will discuss only one taking as a functional group, then the rest of the compound will be same. So for alcohol, that is the functional group is OH. So its general formula is CnH2n plus 1 OH. So here the functional group is OH and the suffix is all. So first you have to consider the main group, that is number of the carbon, then you have to add a anol, or here is the formula. You are saying that you will first, depending on the number of the carbon, you consider the name of the alkane, that is alkane. Suppose it is a 2 carbon atom, so it will be ethane. Now you have to remove the E, so it will be ethane. Then you have to add all, so ultimately it will be ethanol. So if you come to the example, then it will be very simple. So this is ethane and this is CH3 CH2 OH, so it will be ethanol. So ethane plus all, that is ethanol. So in case of the 3, it will be propanol. So very simple thing. Now in case of the ether, it will be like functional group this, and it will be termed as alkoxy. So first, if you consider this naming, that is methoxymethane, because first it will be started with methoxy and then the name methane. Aldehyde, the similar to the alcohol. So here the suffix is al. So for 1 carbon atom, it will be methanal. For 2 carbon atom, it will be ethanal. So here are the compound with the common name, but if you want to its UPAC name, then it will be methanal it is a 2, so it will be ethanal. Then there were lots of things, propanal, etc. So these are the benzaldehyde and cinnamaldehyde. For ketone, the term one is added. For carboxylic acid, weak acid is added. So for amines, the same thing, the amine is added. So there's lots of things. So hope that you understand the naming of the compound, but ultimately as far you are not take example or come to the problem, then you will not get idea about the naming of the compound. So I request to go to your Google Classroom, and the notes shared in your Google Classroom, that you will get some assignment where you will get, you are asked the naming of the compound. So if you face the real problem, then you will get better idea what will be the name of the compound. And in case if we will be face any kind of the problem by or to give the name of a particular organic compound, then yes, I am with you and I will always help you. So thanking student for your attention. So again, I am student saying any kind of problem, please feel free to ask me, don't worry. Yes, this is the UPeng nomenclature is very new, but definitely we practice it, you will be comfortable. Thank you.